The M-Vac is a revolutionary system that collects DNA. I have personally used it. I have incorporated it into our AISOCC lab on 2 specific occasions within the past year. I've gotten DNA profiles from a 22-year-old case off of fabric that original labs and retesting of labs have told me there was nothing there. So I could not be happier with the results from the M-Vac. I will use it continually from here on out forever because it produces.
There have been 2 cases so far from the AISOCC perspective that I have had meetings on about us taking cases into AISOCC for review, where I have recommended to the agencies to use the M-Vac in those cases because they both contained evidence that I felt would be better to use the M-Vac system than it would be to use touch DNA swabs for lots of different reasons, mainly because the M-Vac is so much more comprehensive and it can gather so much more information and evidence from the item than a swab can. It just seems to be a no-brainer, for lack of a better word, why you would use the M-Vac over a swab any day of the week.
The M-Vac system, I recommend it to a lot of people because I know a lot of cases that you're not going to get DNA off of a standard type testing, swabbing or cutting, or like rocks and things like that. You're just not going to get that, but you can get it with the M-Vac, and I think that's really promising.
When I first saw the system, and you know, my first impression was I looked at it and I thought, okay, you know, it's another tool, another technological advance. But as I really did the research on it, I realized that wow, you could use the M-Vac on every cold case. You really should use it on every old investigation, and not only old investigations or cold cases, but I think as you're seeing demonstrated, you know, I know particularly one area is down in Broward County where they're using it on all of their current or contemporaneous homicides, you know, with some great results. So I think it's a tool that, you know, could revolutionize the way we look at not only our cold homicides, but as well as our contemporaneous cases that we're working.
It's amazing that you can collect the DNA from such a large area if you need to. You know, if the investigator knows that the suspect most likely touched a certain object, like a shirt or a curtain or something like that, they know that they had to have touched that object, but they have no idea where, then, you know, if you're swabbing something, you're going to spend so much time swabbing this area, the next area. There's only so much area that you can take with a single swab. So the M-Vac, that kind of eliminates that. You know, you can test so many different areas under one sample.